Welcome, brothers. Sigma males are a mystery that people can't always wrap their heads around. These are the individuals who stand outside the traditional social order, who quietly follow their own paths without seeking validation or approval. While some admire their independence and focus, others find their behavior confusing, frustrating, or even infuriating. Sigma males don't play by typical social rules. They're the ones who challenge hierarchies, avoid shallow interactions, and embrace a level of detachment that most people aren't used to. This unique mindset often clashes with the way most people navigate life, creating a natural tension. In a world that values belonging and validation, Sigma males' unwillingness to conform feels uncomfortable to many. It's not that Sigmas try to make others uncomfortable. It's just that their approach, rooted in a fierce self-reliance and almost unnerving calm, can make people feel uncertain or even resentful. From their unapologetic honesty to their cool detachment, these traits, while powerful, often rub people the wrong way. This list dives into those hidden reasons why the Sigma male's way of life can evoke such strong reactions, often leading to dislike or even outright hate. Let's get started, brothers, and don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Number 1, aloofness mistaken for elitism. Sigma males often find themselves misunderstood because of their natural preference for solitude. While they're simply comfortable in their own space, rarely seeking social validation, this can look like snobbery to those around them. People tend to take silence and a lack of engagement personally, interpreting it as a sign of superiority or disinterest. When someone doesn't join the crowd or seems perfectly content without joining the small talk or group dynamics, it unsettles people. This detachment isn't a calculated move by Sigmas to act better than anyone else. It's simply their nature. Yet the more they keep to themselves, the easier it is for others to assume they're just too self-important or unwilling to mix with ordinary people. In a world where social cues are everything, a Sigma's choice to remain in the background can make them look unapproachable, even arrogant. The irony is that many Sigma males are deeply observant and respectful, but would rather engage meaningfully than just fill the silence. But for those who rely on mutual acknowledgement and social feedback, the Sigma's cool distance feels dismissive, like an unspoken statement that they don't care to connect. This disconnect between intention and perception often breeds resentment. It's not about what Sigmas do. It's the way they make people feel unseen or undervalued, leaving a bitter taste. This misunderstanding fuels the idea that they're aloof elitists when really they're just different. Number 2, pervasive sense of mystery. There's something about Sigma males that creates an air of mystery, and for many this can be unsettling. When you regularly interact with someone who keeps their cards close to their chest, it naturally raises questions. Why are they so private? What are they hiding? In a world where openness is often equated with honesty, the Sigma's reluctance to share personal details can breed suspicion. Instead of being seen as intriguing, their guarded nature can come off as deceitful or unauthentic. People crave connection and transparency, and when they encounter someone who embodies the opposite, it can trigger discomfort. The lack of information makes it difficult for others to form a solid understanding of who the Sigma is, leading to feelings of distrust. The irony is that many Sigma males simply prefer to observe and listen rather than engage in self-disclosure, valuing depth over superficiality. However, this choice can create an impression that they are secretive or even duplicitous. Moreover, this mystery can fuel wild assumptions and gossip. Colleagues might speculate about their motives or past, and friends may feel like they can't fully trust them. The Sigma's enigmatic presence, rather than being an invitation to deeper understanding, often becomes a barrier that isolates them further. As a result, the more they hold back, the more people project their fears and insecurities onto them, amplifying the very distance they wish to avoid. In a society that prizes transparency, the Sigma's choice to maintain a certain level of mystery often leads to misinterpretation and even disdain. Number 3, unfiltered honesty. Sigma males are known for their unfiltered honesty, a trait that sets them apart in social interactions. While many people appreciate bluntness for its authenticity, Sigmas often push this to an extreme that can leave others reeling. Their straightforward approach means they don't shy away from difficult topics or uncomfortable truths. They say what they think, often without considering how their words might impact those around them. This can create an environment where others feel exposed or judged, as Sigma males tend to cut straight to the core of a matter, unbothered by the potential fallout. The truth can sting, and many people dislike being confronted with realities they prefer to ignore. While Sigmas see their honesty as a form of integrity, others might view it as insensitivity or even aggression. It's easy for bystanders to interpret this raw candor as rudeness when they're not ready to face the uncomfortable aspects of their lives or decisions. The intention behind their words often gets lost in translation, leading to misunderstandings and strained relationships. Rather than fostering open dialogue, their frankness can make people defensive or resentful. Some may label Sigmas as confrontational or abrasive, overlooking the fact that they simply prioritize honesty over diplomacy. In a world where many choose to tiptoe around sensitive issues, the Sigma's directness can feel like a breath of fresh air or a rude wake-up call, but for many, it leans more toward the latter. Their unwillingness to soften their words can create friction that leaves people feeling unsettled and frustrated. Number 4. Their success feels unattainable. Sigma males often achieve remarkable success, but their unconventional paths can leave others feeling frustrated and envious. While many people follow a well-trodden road, working within established guidelines, Sigmas thrive by challenging norms and rewriting the rules. Their willingness to think outside the box allows them to reach heights that can feel completely out of reach for those who conform to traditional methods. This difference in approach often leads to a perception that their success is a stroke of luck, rather than the result of hard work and strategy. For individuals who have invested years following the expected trajectory, studying hard, climbing the corporate ladder and adhering to societal norms, seeing a Sigma achieve their goals through a radically different method can be infuriating. It raises questions about fairness and effort, often triggering feelings of inadequacy. Instead of inspiration, they may feel resentment towards the Sigma, interpreting their success as a dismissal of the struggles that come with playing by the rules. This disconnect can foster a sense of disdain, as those trapped in conventional systems grapple with the fact that someone who breaks the mold can succeed so dramatically. It's not just about the Sigma's achievements, it's about what those achievements represent. They challenge the belief that success must follow a predictable pattern, which can be both liberating and threatening. In a way, Sigma males serve as a reminder that there are alternate paths to success, but for many that realization is more frustrating than freeing. Number 5. Intense focus on self-improvement. Sigma males possess an intense drive for self-improvement that sets them apart, but this laser focus can create friction in their relationships with others. Their constant pursuit of personal growth often manifests as a singular ambition that leaves little room for the social interactions many people cherish. Instead of fostering camaraderie, their self-discipline and determination can highlight the shortcomings of those around them, making others feel as though they're not doing enough with their own lives. When someone is relentlessly striving to be better, it can be inspiring, but it can also spark insecurities in others. People may begin to question their own motivations and ambitions, wondering why they aren't as driven or successful. Instead of feeling motivated, many find themselves feeling inadequate, which can quickly turn admiration into resentment. It's tough to be around someone who seems to be continually leveling up while you feel stagnant or unfulfilled. This dynamic can create a divide, as Sigmas often don't realize the impact their focus has on others. They're typically immersed in their goals, and don't always see how their journey can overshadow those of their friends or peers. What could be a shared experience of growth instead becomes a one-sided race, leaving others on the sidelines feeling frustrated or even bitter. The Sigma's self-improvement becomes a stark reminder of what they perceive as their own limitations, making their relationships complicated and fraught with tension. Number 6. Perceived lack of empathy. Sigma males often come across as emotionally reserved, which can create a significant disconnect with those who thrive on emotional validation and open communication. While they possess their own form of understanding, It's rarely expressed through the kind of warmth and empathy that many people expect in relationships. This can make them seem cold or unfeeling, even when they're simply approaching life differently. For individuals who seek emotional connection, the Sigma's tendency to stay composed and introspective can feel isolating. They're not likely to engage in overt displays of empathy, which can lead others to believe they don't care about the feelings of those around them. This perception can be particularly alienating for people who value sharing emotions and discussing feelings openly. When someone is pouring their heart out, the Sigma's calm and collected demeanor can seem dismissive, making it hard for others to feel seen or understood. The irony is that many Sigma males are deeply perceptive and often have a rich inner world. They may be processing their emotions internally, but that doesn't translate to those around them. As a result, their interactions can feel one-sided, leaving others craving the emotional depth they don't receive. This lack of overt empathy can breed frustration and resentment, as people struggle to connect with someone who seems to exist on a different emotional wavelength. Ultimately, the Sigma's reserved nature often complicates their relationships, making it difficult for others to feel secure and valued in their presence. Number 7, their ability to be unbothered. Sigma males possess a remarkable ability to remain unbothered by the expectations and opinions of others. They walk through life with an air of indifference to social pressures, which can be both enviable and deeply frustrating to those around them. While many people crave approval and validation from their peers, Sigmas are often content to forge their own paths, marching to the beat of their own drum. This independence can come across as aloofness, leaving others feeling ignored or undervalued. For those who thrive on social interaction and seek emotional support, the Sigma's indifference can be disheartening. When someone is pouring their heart out or sharing their struggles, the Sigma's calm demeanor may seem like a lack of interest or concern. This disconnect can create a sense of isolation for those who are looking for affirmation and understanding. Instead of feeling supported, people may feel dismissed, as if their emotions and experiences don't warrant a response. This unbothered nature, while admirable, often makes it difficult for others to connect with Sigma males on a deeper level. Their refusal to be swayed by outside opinions can breed frustration, as it challenges the common need for shared acknowledgement and emotional connection. As a result, the very quality that makes Sigmas strong and self-reliant can also alienate them, leaving others longing for the validation they so openly seek but can't seem to receive from these enigmatic individuals. Number 8, they hold a mirror to insecurities. Sigma males have a unique way of living that often brings their peers' insecurities to the forefront, sometimes without them even realizing it. Their commitment to autonomy and self-improvement creates a stark contrast to those who may feel trapped in conventional paths or societal expectations. When a Sigma strides confidently through life, achieving their goals and embodying independence, it can inadvertently shine a light on what others perceive as their own shortcomings. For many, this reflection is uncomfortable. Instead of being inspired by a Sigma's unconventional success, people might feel exposed, comparing their lives to the self-sufficient, ambitious journey of the Sigma. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy as they grapple with their own choices and motivations. The Sigma's achievements, rather than serving as a model for potential growth, can trigger envy and resentment. Others might think, "Why can't I achieve that?" Or "What's wrong with me for not being like that?" This dynamic creates a tension in social settings where, instead of admiration, there's an underlying discomfort. Instead of viewing the Sigma as a source of inspiration, some may begin to see them as a constant reminder of what they wish they could attain. This can breed frustration and defensiveness, causing rifts in relationships that were once strong. Ultimately, the Sigma male's independent approach to life serves as a mirror, reflecting back the insecurities of others and creating a complex interplay of emotions that can be hard to navigate. Number 9, avoidance of group mentality. Sigma males often stand apart from the crowd, preferring solitude over the camaraderie that comes with group dynamics. Their tendency to shy away from collective activities can be misunderstood, leaving others feeling rejected or sidelined. While some individuals thrive in social settings and find strength in numbers, Sigmas typically operate as lone wolves, valuing independence and personal space. This preference can create a palpable tension, particularly in environments where teamwork and collaboration are highly valued. For those who enjoy the buzz of group activities, the Sigma's absence can feel like a personal slight. When someone opts out of social gatherings or team projects, it can be interpreted as a lack of interest in the group's goals or a dismissal of the shared experience. People may start to perceive Sigmas as antisocial or incapable of engaging in meaningful connections, leading to assumptions about their teamwork abilities. This disconnect can foster resentment, as those who embrace the group mentality might struggle to understand why the Sigma doesn't share the same enthusiasm for collective efforts. Ironically, while Sigmas might be seen as aloof or distant, they often possess strong observational skills and insights that can greatly benefit a team. However, their reluctance to participate in group dynamics can overshadow these strengths, leading to a misinterpretation of their true capabilities. As a result, the Sigma's preference for independence often creates a barrier that prevents deeper social bonding and mutual understanding, leaving them on the outskirts of social circles where they might actually contribute meaningfully if given the chance. Number 10, hard to manipulate or influence. Sigma males are known for their unwavering resistance to manipulation or external influences, a trait that can frustrate those accustomed to swaying opinions and bending others to their will. They are firmly rooted in their own values and beliefs, relying on internal guidance rather than seeking approval or affirmation from others. This steadfastness can be infuriating for individuals who thrive on social influence, as it turns their usual tactics ineffective. When someone attempts to persuade a Sigma, they are often met with a calm, measured response that reflects a deep understanding of their own desires and goals. This clarity can make it feel impossible for others to achieve the desired outcome, leading to a sense of powerlessness. People who are used to getting their way through charm or persuasion may find themselves at a loss, unable to sway someone who seems impervious to their attempts. This dynamic can create a frustrating standoff, where the Sigma's lack of receptivity to influence is perceived as stubbornness or even defiance. The inability to manipulate a Sigma can also reveal the insecurities of those who try. For them, the Sigma's independence highlights their own reliance on social dynamics and the need for approval. This contrast can breed resentment, as it challenges the norms of social interaction that many hold dear. Ultimately, the Sigma's unyielding nature serves as a barrier to those who seek control, creating tension and leaving others feeling frustrated by their inability to penetrate the Sigma's steadfast resolve. Number 11, distaste for small talk. Sigma males often have little patience for small talk, preferring conversations with depth and substance over casual banter. While some people thrive on light-hearted exchanges as a way to connect and build rapport, Sigmas typically find these interactions draining or unnecessary. This preference can easily be misinterpreted as arrogance or a lack of social grace, as others may feel brushed aside when the Sigma sidesteps superficial topics in favor of something more meaningful. For those who value casual conversation, the Sigma's approach can come across as dismissive, creating a feeling of disconnect. In social settings where quick, easy exchanges are the norm, a Sigma's lack of enthusiasm for small talk can feel like an unwillingness to engage. People may feel judged, as if the Sigma is deeming their conversations unworthy of attention, which can lead to frustration and misunderstanding. The reality is that Sigmas are often simply looking for conversations that stimulate them mentally and emotionally. They're not trying to be difficult or pretentious. They just find greater satisfaction in exploring ideas and issues that carry significance. Yet this selective engagement can make social situations challenging, as others might interpret the Sigma's quietness or disinterest as a rejection of shared connection. What could be seen as a unique conversational style often becomes a barrier, leaving people feeling as though they're not connecting with the Sigma on a meaningful level. Dear fellow brothers, if you've enjoyed this exploration of Sigma males, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Click the bell icon to get notifications about our latest videos and join the discussion by sharing your thoughts below. Thank you for watching. Remain blessed.